Today we're going to be making some money on GTA. Now, if I sound a bit funny, it's because I just had a tooth out today, but beside that. So I'm at the point now in this game where I've got that many things to help me make money that this is kind of just like what I do to make money. Okay, so I have the arcade set up like a headquarters, so I come down here and resupply the businesses before I go to Cayo Perico. Now, there's only 3 businesses I really worry about too much, and that is like Coke, weed, and the bunker. Those are the only ones I resupply. I got the nightclub, and it's got like all the managers and that updated. I also upgraded all of it to make sure that it makes money and doesn't lose money to the cops, although sometimes you will still have to do a defense mission even though you have security on it. I don't know, it's weird. So yeah, pretty much at the start of the day, I spent 225k, about that, on resupply, and then about 25 to 30k on Cayo Perico because I buy the silencers. Alright, with all them purchases out of the way, I'm down to 500,000. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly show you how I run Cayo Perico, and then later on I'll show you how I do the setup, which is really easy. Alright, so look at the long fin, right? So I spawn in main dock, and the right instantly. I think you can use like the emergency brake to turn these things quicker, not the point. Anyway, because I have the drainage tunnel, obviously this is like the quickest way in. I think like the Kasaka is another way that's kind of quick in, but I tried it before and I don't know, I'd rather just drive here. Seems like it's easier to obtain the long fin than it is the Kasaka to me. Anyway, this is like somewhat the quickest route I've had. I don't know why, I think recently they added like the guards can discover bodies and stuff, so there is one guard that I would normally pop, but I decided to just not, and it seems to work to not get discovered. So pretty much these 2 are the first ones we're going to kill. I think as long as that guy doesn't shoot, you don't get alerted, so that's fine. This guy we're going to avoid. He's the one that seems to discover the body when they change shifts when you come out of the vault. Obviously we have to shoot this guy, making sure the other one's not looking. Do the usual, run along here. I'm sure you've seen this like 1,000 times. Sometimes this guy drops the gate keys, sometimes he doesn't. Gate keys aren't really that important. Now, I just like to wait for this guy. I'm pretty sure you can sneak right behind him or whatever, but I don't know. This is just how I do it. Slack him in the face. Nicely drop keys, and we're good. Alright, so obviously you always get that. At the same time, look around for the painting. During the scope out, I don't genuinely like check the office, so that's why I scope out while I'm up here. Anyway, this is like easy since I've done it like 1,000,000 times, but there's like a sequence to this that I've kind of got down pat where I go from the top one, the top one's 1, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and yeah, it just works that way. So pretty much you treat the first one as 1 and just keep going with that sequence. And you should get the thumbs pretty quickly. Anyway, grab the main thing. I think the only thing that sucks about doing this solo is I can't really fill my bags. Like, I don't know if you can still glitch doors or anything. Plus, it seems like it's like quicker to just grab it, reset the mission, and then come back and do it when it's available type of thing. Anyway. So here's what I do every single time now. So that guard's not going to discover the other guy because we didn't kill him. But we're going to come down and the guy on the red, on the right, usually he'd be standing on the left there. You just wait for him to come to this position. Pop in when no one's looking. If you don't have the keys, you jump over that banister and run up the stairs. But I'm just going to pop this guy when no one's around. Pop the gate and we're out. Anyway, once I'm out, I like to run straight up, pop this guy in the head, grab the bike, and then ditch it straight in the ocean. From this part, you're pretty much just like, it's done, you've won. And now they have the automatic run, so you don't have to tap X 1,000,000 times. This part's a lot more comfortable. Anyway, so that's our first 1.2 mil made for the day. I think the only annoying part about this is unskippable cutscenes, but like, it is what it is, I guess. Alright, moving on, so back to this. Now, just to show you really quickly, I brought like a bunch of businesses, right? So I think I have like meth, counterfeit money, document, the whole lot, right? But I thought they were kind of useless at first because you only really make good money off the coke and the bunker and stuff. But you can assign all these manager dudes when you like upgrade it, so it's kind of worth it. So speaking of that, I'm gonna grab this from the safe. Physically go to the nightclub. I can sell everything from the arcade, but I like to physically go to the nightclub and that. Also, while you're waiting for like product to develop, you can like come down the auto shop. Like, I don't know what the return quite is worth on this because I think I spent 30 grand on it and made 90, so it's like 60 grand or something. Yeah, it's kind of worth it, I guess, if you don't scratch the car up and that. Sometimes you get like really crappy, like it'll start raining and then, yeah. Anyway, speaking of that, I also like to come down the clubhouse because you can do the same thing with bikes, but this seems like a bigger return because it's like 10k for the bike, right? And then when you deliver it, it's at least 50k, so it's like at least 40k return. And they're usually easier unless you get the 3-wheeled one that just seems to slip around everywhere, but yeah, it's a nice way of making money, I guess. Anyway, down to the nightclub that I was supposed to be going to in the first place. So I like to come down here because I don't really have much of an excuse to come here otherwise. I don't like the nightclub. Like, it holds my terabyte, that's about it. But it does have a safe, and I keep forgetting about it. So this way I actually come and collect the money from the safe if I come here to physically sell instead of just selling from the arcade. Anyway, speaking of that, let's do that. So this one is kind of cool because it just passively makes money rather than you like spending for supplies or going to go steal them. And I'm pretty sure it usually gets up to like 100k to like 160k for me by the time I'm ready to sell, which is nice. This is going to be like 90k because the guy takes stuff from it, but yeah. Easy thing, you just gotta deliver this, defend the guy at the end, usually. Like, the mission can vary, but usually it's just this easy mission. Finish defending him, leave the area. Bam, easy 90k. Then I like to, because it usually puts me in this region, I like to get out of the bunker. Now, whenever you resupply the bunker, it gives you this, like, spare parts for ammunition. So you can take a little chuck down of ammunition. I think this is about 50k. It's usually a pretty quick mission. You just have to, like, not get shot. Pretty easy. In my opinion, anyway. Anyway, deliver that. 50k. And then depending on where I am, I will call my Sparrow for the Kasatka or just steal a helicopter. And I'll make my way back to headquarters, which is the arcade. Alright, by now, at least coke or weed should be ready to sell. Also, I usually do sell what the bunker has for product at the time when I'm there, but I kind of did that off camera, but yeah, whatever. Time to sell this. It was really easy. It was just like the delivery mission with the, what do you call it? Insurgents. Anyway, so the coke one's usually a lot easier. Sometimes it just gives you like a motorbike. You just gotta drive cross country or 2 motorbikes, but this one was just a couple of helicopters. Really easy money. Anyway, onto the weed. This one was kind of lucky too. It's either a van or a truck. Sometimes you get unlucky and it's like boats or something annoying, but lately it's just been this van or truck, and then basically you gotta drive it. You get a little like dizzy because you're stoned, and then you gotta like avoid the cops for a minute or so, which is pretty easy. It's 1 star. And then go and drop it off. Alright, so Now we've spent that 225 and turned it into, I ain't even gonna bother doing the math on that, but it's at least 500,000. We at least doubled the money. And depending, it can be like, I think 500 to 700,000, so it's pretty good. Anyway, moving on. So here's how I do the setup for the Kia Preco. Get the weapons, get the vehicle, which is the long fin. Now the weapons, it doesn't matter. Like, to be honest, as long as you don't get the Merryweather mission, it really doesn't matter. You just gotta go to a building, shoot some people, take some weapons. Easy. Get it back to the Kosatka. Anyway, for that, I do like to drop that guard. He's just really annoying. Like, he doesn't usually kill me, but he still takes like 5 health. Anyway, reverse it on in. Now, for this bit, I could outrun the cops. Like, you know, just take a couple of minutes doing that. But I like to just pull up and either fight them till I die because it's fun, or just straight up let them shotgun me in the face because it's just quicker than outrunning them. Or in a truck, anyway. Plus, I mean, like, look, it's like a little mini game. Just have fun popping heads. Anyway, inevitably, you will die. You can speed that up if you want and just, like, shoot the ground or something. I think the atomizer kills you in, like, 2 or 3 shots, but anyway. Drop the truck off. Time for the next mission. I skipped the recording of grabbing like the first part of this, but basically it just shows you where the plasma cutter is, and then you come down here. For some reason I keep getting a free grenade, so bam. It's kind of funny, that guy knocked over by it and dunked him in the head. Anyway, quick gunfight with these guys. Now, normally I'd use like the oppressor in that, but I'm kind of lazy, so I'm just gonna like bust shots and hope I knock them over enough to let me get my helicopter. Because, you know, you can just like straight up put the helicopter straight in the Kosatka by pressing right when you hover above it, so it's significantly quicker to do missions with. Anyway, next part. Just gonna get the fingerprint cloner. Now I don't usually do any stealthy part because I don't really see the point. You just might as well walk in and shoot them all. Do the little hack and then find out. Anyway, last but not least, this one I actually like to take care of because it's just easier if you put the hat on. You can just straight up get the thing. Same as when you're getting like the fingerprint cloner, and that if you shoot the cameras on the last position, no one's gonna follow you home. So it's just easy from that point. They're like the 2 easiest missions for you. Anyway, I don't really know what the cooldown on Pavel is, but like usually I'd be like messing around buying cars or something, and I think like an hour or 2 will pass by and he will contact you again to do the mission, or you can jump off and play a different game and come back to it and he'll be ready. Either way, the take's going to be less than like the first, because I think you get like 1 expensive item a day, and then like job points or something make you get like the tequila usually. But 900,000 isn't bad for just like running it if you wanted to do it twice in a day. Anyway, I've been doing this a lot to the point where I don't know what to buy anymore. Either way, I hope you found this helpful. Even without all that other stuff that I have to help me make the money, it's still stuff you can look forward to owning and making money with. Anyway,